Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Monday devotional for the week. And I just want to share with you really quick from Psalms chapter 4 and Psalm chapter 4. And I just want to share with you this quick psalm and three things that I want you to focus on today throughout the week and really for the rest of your Christian life. Read with me the fourth psalm. It says, "Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O men, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies?" And then look at verse 3. It says, "But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent. Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, 'Who will show us some good?' Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord." Verse 7, "You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and wine abound." Verse 8, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." I want to remind you of three simple truths for this week and for today. And these three simple truths really center around the idea that our God is a God of provision. Many times when we think of God, we do realize that He is a provider, but I think sometimes we miss that it's not just maybe financially or maybe the certain physical things that we can see and touch. We have to realize that God is a provider in more than just the physical. I want you to look at three things this morning. Verse 3, chapter 4, verse 3, it says, "But you know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him." I want you to know that God always provides us a listening ear. Listen, as a Christian, you need to realize that God, the creator of the universe, desires to hear your prayers. I don't know about you, but that kind of resonates with me in a powerful way when I think that the King of the universe, God Himself, will stop to listen to us, His children. That's how important you are to God. As His child, not that He stops being in control, but He gives you His ear whenever you pray. He listens to your prayers. And so think about that today, that God provides a listening ear. Not only does He provide a listening ear, but look at verse 7. "You have put more joy in my heart than they have with their grain and wine, when their grain and wine abound." See, the psalmist here is saying that, in biblical times, and even if you thought about today, wine, especially in Jewish culture, was a thing of joy and happiness. And I don't know about you, but if you were to work very hard to produce grain and as a farmer and you knew that if without grain you wouldn't live, you would have a lot of joy whenever you had an abundance of grain and food and you had an abundance of wine. And those two things were really symbols of security and joy in those biblical times. And so what the psalmist here is saying is he says, listen, even more than the people who have an abundance of grain, they have an abundance of wine, they have an abundance of joy and security in their life, God, you have given me more than they could ever have. God, you've given me eternal joy. They have temporary earthly joy, but God, you have given me eternal joy. And that's the second thing I want to tell you, is that God provides eternal joy to His people. God provides eternal joy to His people. So not only does He provide a listening ear to His people, He provides eternal joy for those that trust in Him for salvation, those that know Him personally and have a relationship with Him. But lastly, and this is the last one for you, verse 8, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." Last thing is this: God provides peace. Now, think about this, not just a peace of mind and a peace of heart in life, knowing that God's in control always. but in the spiritual sense that God provides peace with us and Himself. See, we're all sinful. We're all enemies of God. We're born that way. But the Bible says that if we trust in Jesus, peace is made with God and us through Jesus Christ. So the beautiful thing in this life is you have a God, a Father who loves you, who cares for you. He provides a listening ear for any time you pray and seek Him. He provides eternal joy that will never fade no matter the circumstances. And lastly, He provides a peace, an eternal peace that surpasses all understanding, as the Bible says. And so not just a peace of heart and a peace of mind that God's going to protect you and keep you for eternity, but also that your salvation is eternally secure so you can trust in Him. Well, I hope you have a great week, and I hope that these biblical truths, you'll apply them to your life. And I can't wait till we get to be together next week. Have a great week.